Number 17 and 18 became some of the coolest villains in Dragon Ball, so cool that once the fight was done, they turned good and helped in the Tournament of Power when the time came. Number 18 married Krillin, and number 17 became a powerful ranger. And the funny thing about this is that they were never supposed to be in the story, so why were they introduced? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raf and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, and today we're going to be talking about the real story about why 17 and 18 appeared even though there were never plans for them to be in the story. And this also applies to 16 because he came at the same time as them. And if this is your first time here and you like Dragon Ball content, consider subscribing because this channel is all about Dragon Ball. When Future Trunks first appeared and he spoke to Goku about what was going on in the future, he said that there were two androids that were causing chaos in the future, and that they were going to appear in 3 years from that moment. If you look closely in the manga, it says that the androids that were in the future were called Mechanical Man number 19 and number 20. Then, we see the androids for the first time and they're called 19 and 20. But suddenly, when Trunks sees them, he says that those are not the androids and that the past was probably altered because of his time traveling. And then we see 17 and 18 finally appear. So what happened here? Because story-wise it all makes sense. Well, the truth is that the androids that Toriyama originally created were the 19 and 20 that we saw in the past. Those were supposed to be the androids fighting in the future, but we never saw pictures from the future before that. What happened was that when 19 and 20 were first introduced, one of his old colleagues called him and asked him if that was it, because those weren't cool enough. This forced Toriyama to come up with new enemies, and that's why he brought 17, 18, and 16 as well. In the story it sounded perfect. The past changed because of time traveling, and now instead of 2 androids, there were more. You can see it all in this interview for Dragon Ball Daisenshu 2 story guide. They end up talking about Future Trunks time traveling, and he says this: "You're terrible to say that, Torishima-san. Right around then was when artificial humans number 19 and number 20 appeared. You weren't my editor or anything anymore, but you specifically called me to say I thought that the enemies had finally come, but aren't these just a geezer and a fatso?" Laughs. In truth, I hadn't had plans for anyone but number 19 and number 20 to appear, but there was no helping it, so I brought out number 17 and number 18. Then you called me and said, "What, this time is just some brats?" So I brought out Cell. Laughs. And if you keep reading under that, it says, "That's right, I like number 19 and number 20 just fine." That's crazy because all the villains that we know from the whole arc wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Torishima. He was the one that kept bugging Toriyama to make something better. In my opinion, I'm glad that he bothered him because 17 and 18 are just way cooler. And if you think about it, I didn't even think about this till right now, but the androids in the future that look like 17 and 18 are actually supposed to be called number 19 and number 20, because that's what Trunks called them when he first talked to Goku. So there's actually a mistake when Future Trunks is about to kill Future Cell, because Cell mentions 17 and 18 and he should have said 19 and 20 instead. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this and you would like to support my channel, please check out my Patreon page in the description below. And of course, if you like Dragon Ball content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.